Hey everyone, how's it going, Fireblade Pilot? So today we're going to be installing another CRG bar end blind spot mirror. As you can see with the Ducati Rizoma bar ends. We have one on this side and we are going to install one on this side with the brake lever. So as you can see here on the clutch side, the mirror actually has space to fit in there between the bar end and the rubber grip. However, on this side of the bike, there is no spacing, as you can see, none to fit the bar end and the rubber grip there. Now there is a solution of removing the whole module here and sliding it and giving yourself some more space, but I'm not going to do all that. So what happened is my friend and buddy, Naked Bike Mike on Instagram, he actually sent me a custom 3D printed spacer that will allow us space right here to mount the bar end mirror. And I think it's pretty dang cool. Also, there's a longer bolt that goes in right here in order to fit the mirror and keep the brake lever guard. Otherwise, I would have to use my other solution, which I'll show you guys over here, which would have been these Rhino Moto bar ends, which are awesome. As you can see, they're like super stout and super heavy. I had them on my 1299 Panigale S, and these are specifically for the V4. The only problem is if you use these guys, you can't have the brake lever guard on there because there's just not enough space to have both. But like I said, my buddy came up with a solution. So these are actually going to be for sale. Rhino Moto, I highly recommend them. Like I said, I had them on my 1299. So if you're interested in these, they fit any Panigale V4, and they're nice and stout bar ends, like I said. Just let me know. And as you can see, it has a spacer built in that you can mount any kind of mirror, CRG arrows, the ones that I have, the CRG blind spots, etc. So the tools required for today's installation isn't too bad, everyone. I'm going to be using a 3/8 socket with the bit of the Allen keys. As you can see, it's going to be a 4, 5, and a 6. I'm using the socket set out of convenience just because I happen to have them. However, you could use an Allen wrench millimeter, of course, tool set like this, the ones that are all station. You bend them out. Also, you can use just the regular stationary ones by itself. This is just a set here, millimeter, of course, Ducati. Also, here are the pieces I was talking about. We got the 3D printed. As you can see, there's a little inset there that will go towards the bar end. Little spacer. It's pretty awesome. Here's the bolt, the longer bolt we're going to use. This is the CRG bar end mirror. It's a blind spot mirror. I got it from Revzilla, which is also what I have on the other side of the bike, so it'll be matching. And honestly, guys, that's about it. Should be a pretty simple installation, and now we'll get to the install. As you can see right here on the left side of the bike, the clutch side, it's already installed. When I originally had the bike, it was under the bar end, which I agree. I kind of like it, the looks of it better. However, you can't see anything when it's under there. That's the bad part. Your arm actually blocks it. As you can see above, it doesn't block. So it works out better that way. May not look as good, but it is safer overall. I wanted to mount it under, but ain't gonna happen, especially on this side. Now we're getting to the good side. As you can see, it's gonna go above and out over this bar end, which allows me to keep the brake lever guard, which is awesome, which I really wanted to keep because this is all one piece, the bar end and the brake lever guard. I could do a separate video, which I probably will do in the future, of the installation of these on both sides because I'm going to get new grips. As you can see, these are kind of worn down. So when I get the new grips, I got to take these off anyway, so I might show you guys how to install them. So for the first part, I'm going to take the 6mm socket, and we're going to undo this bar end and get it loose. So it's not too complicated. As you can see, it gets real loose real fast. Just loosen it up, unscrew it, and it should come right off. So ironically, the toughest part of this is going to be getting the screw out, the original one. As you can see, it has this spacer that goes inside the bar, and this actually tightens as you tighten the screw to fit in there, so it gives it that friction. So we're going to reuse this part right here. So right now I'm just going to take the Allen wrench by hand and unscrew it. All right, now I got it undone from the bar end, and we'll take the 3D piece, stick it in there. That'll give us the space. And then I can actually do the mirror last after I get this back on the bike. I'm gonna take this, as you can see, that's what tightens inside of it. It actually goes down inside, like so. Kind of hard to do this holding the camera, right? And it tightens up, as you can see, it goes in those grooves, and as you expand, it tightens around the screw, and that's what locks it in the clip-on or handlebar. So we'll do that real quick, and I'll show you when it's on the bike. All right, quick preview. It goes in just like that. Gives us our space that we need. Then we'll put the brake lever mounted on here, get it all lined up, and I'll get ready to show you guys how to put on the mirror. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of a pain in the butt, more than I thought it was gonna be. The reason why is because you have to catch that inside grip, the expansion of the bar end in there. You have to catch it just right and screw it in just right. But as you're doing it, this wants to rotate at the same time along with this, even though you have them aligned. It took me a good 5 minutes or so. However, that's the spacer with the space, hence the name, right? Now you can see we got to just line these fine-tune up. So you want to leave it a little bit loose until you get it perfect, which I will line it up and do. Then I will give it its final tighten down. Then we'll install the mirror. All right, everyone, here's the Blindspot CRG mirror we're gonna put on there. Really nice billeted, not that expensive. I think it was like 50 bucks or so. I had the CRG Aero bar ends on my $12.99. They're cool, but they're super wide and long, and I just don't know if I like them that much. This bike, when I bought it, already had one of these on there, so I figure I'll give these a try. Worst case, I'll just buy the CRG bar end mirrors that I had, the Arrows. So as you can see, I'm gonna have to flip it. By default, it already comes facing like the other side. I mean, basically, I'll just have to undo these screws, flip it around, which isn't too bad at all, and it'll be like this. We'll get to that in a second. Correction from earlier, I had said 3mm for these. It's actually a 4mm. Just another tip I learned from doing this video, it's actually easier to use the standalone Allen wrenches opposed to using the socket. The socket was just to get that, you know, that first big bolt off the clip-on, because it can be on there pretty tough. I recommend using these, or you can use these handy thingies. No biggie, same either way, it's just easier for your hand. All right, another tip from learning, you have to take the mirror completely off, take these apart, put these 2 screws in there, line them up, do your bottom first, kind of do them, actually you want to do both at kind of the same time. Start with the bottom is what I meant, and then don't tighten the bottom completely. You could just kind of work it back and forth, but you still want to give some slack right here for the mirror. Slip that in, and then you tighten it up to adjust. You also got to change that pitch angle. As you can see, this one is like that. And we will get that adjusted before we super tighten it down, and we'll get the mirror on there in a second. Okay, we finally got it on there. Another tip is the bottom, adjust the pitch angle of this guy, and the top one pretty much tightens the mirror here. As you can see, I got it pretty snug. Still a little loose to be able to adjust them, but super tight where they won't fold back in the wind as I'm going down the road. So yeah, little lessons learned from this video, because you want to get better each time, right? One, this is my first install, I believe, by myself video I've done on a bike. Please feel free to leave some feedback. I know there's errors and could be better. I'll try harder next time, guys. If you're interested in more install videos, please let me know in the comments what you think about this. Let's move around to the front so you guys can see the kind of finished product here. And yeah, there you go. Got this side and that side. So yeah, we're looking good. You can see out both sides of the mirror. Still got the brake lever guard on there. Looking good to go. So yeah, leave some feedback. If you'd like to see more videos on Ducati Panigale, specifically my V4 Speciale, please let me know. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, guys. And look forward to more install videos maybe, and moto vlogs. And next time I'll try to have a buddy hold a camera for me, right? So I can film continuously the whole time. Other than that, y'all take care. I like how she looks. Got those Dynamoto stands, sponsor of the channel, looking great. Take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Later.